IELTS Part 41. Myths related to the causes and symptoms of color blindness. The topic of our passage today is color blindness. Myths related to the causes and symptoms of color blindness abound throughout the world. The term itself is misleading since it is extremely rare for anyone to have a complete lack of color perception. By looking into the myths related to the color blindness, one can learn many facts about structure and genetics for human eye. It is a myth that colorblind people see the world as if it were black and white movie. There are very few causes of complete color blindness. Those who have a complete lack of color perceptions are referred to as monochromatics and usually have a serious problem with their overall vision as well as an inability to see colors. The fact is that in most cases of color blindness, there are only certain shades that a person cannot distinguish between. These people are said to be dichromatic. They may not be able to tell the difference between red and green or orange and yellow. A person with normal color vision has what is called trichometric vision. The difference between three levels of color perception have to do with the concern in human eye. A normal human eye has three cones located inside the retina: the red cone and the green cone and the yellow cone. Each cone contains a specific pigment whose function is to absorb the light of these colors and the combination of them. People with trichrometric vision have all three cones in working order. Which one of three cones does not function properly, dichrometric visions occur. When one of these three cones does not function properly, the dichromatic vision occurs. Some people believe that only men can be colorblind. This is also a myth, though it is not completely untrue. In an average population, 8% of male exhibit some form of color blindness, while only 0.5% of the women do. While there may be some truth to the idea that more men have trouble matching their clothing than women, the reason is that the color vision deficiency is predominant in males, has nothing to do with the fashion. The fact is that the gene for the color blindness is located on the X chromosome, which men only have one of. Females have two X chromosomes, and if one carries the defective gene, the other one naturally compensates. Therefore, the only way for a female to inherit color blindness is for both of her X chromosomes to carry the defective gene. This is why the incidence of color deficiency is sometimes more prevalent in extremely small societies that have a limited gene pool. See, it is true that all babies are born colorblind. A baby's cones do not begin to differentiate between many different colors until the baby is approximately 4 months old. This is why many of the modern toys for very young babies consist of black and white pattern or primary colors rather than traditional soft pastels. However, some current research points to the importance of developing an infant's color visual system. In 2004, Japanese researchers Yoichi Sagita of Neuroscience Research Institute performed an experiment that would suggest that color vision deficiency isn't entirely genetic.